Welcome to another session of Speak Your Soul Sessions. This is Slept on Shay, and as you can hear, we're getting right into it. I didn't even have an intro of this session around because I want to get right into the meat and potatoes and the nitty gritty. This is a love letter to Black people. I've done a love letter to Black men before and also a love letter to Black women that you should definitely check out. And in this era that we're living in, there seems to be a dark cloud over America. And so I figured, what a perfect time to have a love letter to Black people. And not to be confused, I started Speak Your Soul Sessions to uplift Black men and Black women. There's a lot on this channel that could apply to anybody, right? But at the end of the day, I'm biased. As Issa Rae said, I'm rooting for everyone Black. And Black people need a motivational message. We need solutions. We need things that are going to uplift and inspire and empower us at this time. So I will not be apologetic for speaking to my people. Black is not a dirty word. Now, if you're an ally, you can go ahead and stick around. Feel free. That's fine. And I'm very sympathetic and empathetic of how the things that are going on in this country right now are affecting a lot of different demographics, right? But if you couldn't tell by now, I'm a Black woman and I want to speak to my people. I really struggled around what angle I would have with this topic because I did not want to draw the wrong demographic to this topic, okay? I didn't want anyone in the comment section spewing hate. I don't want this channel to be toxic. I did not want the efforts or solutions I'm talking about to be co-opted improperly. However, I have to talk about Blackness, and I had to talk about messages that would empower Black people outside of just Black History Month, because we deserve to be celebrated, honored, and cherished for all time, not just a month, you know? So anyway, here is a love letter to Black people. Here are solutions. Here are motivational messages. Here are the things that you need to hear. A lot of Black people are having a tough time right now, in particular because there's a lot of efforts being made to erase our history. A lot of Black leaders who hold high power positions are being fired, and it is hard to fight institutionalized racism when you are the minority or you are oppressed. You could be fired, you could be silenced. But I'm here to say that if our ancestors or the people who came before us never tried to fight the system, we wouldn't be where we are today. And goodness grief, Lord knows that we have a far way to go. But even if one person does something or 10 people, do something. It can make a difference. So I'm here to let you know that you are beautiful, you are talented, you are qualified, and I want to encourage you to take care of your mental health right now. Please refrain from doom scrolling or taking in a lot of content that's going to be made to make you feel horrible or ugly or sad or whatever negative feeling, right? Of course, you want to watch the news, you want to stay informed, you want to stay educated, but remember that during these times and all times, to take care of yourself. A lot of Black people were critiquing what the benefits of the economic blackout would be, but actually, and I'll drop that link below, Target lost a lot of online traffic. Target is one of the companies that said after 3 years it would remove its DEI initiatives. And they say that this has nothing to do with the economic blackout that happened on February 28th, 2025. However, Costco, they had an uptick in online traffic. Costco, they're one of the companies that said, hey, we're going to keep DEI initiatives around. So, hey, make of that what you will. Now, while I understand the critiques, right, you need a long-lasting solution that will be impactful. You can't not do anything. If you're upset about something you want to change, well, you have to make the change. So I'll go ahead and include right here a lot of or more economic blackouts and some initiatives. I know that from March 7th to the 14th, a lot of people have decided that they're not going to buy from Amazon. And I understand that Amazon is convenient. You can get things quickly in 2 days or whatever have you. But if you really care about the cause, you will participate. There are a lot of buyers where you can buy from them directly. And if you can't, guess what? DM them. There is such a thing called Cash App for Business. If there's a product you really want, reach out to that entrepreneur and just say, hey, I want to buy from you directly. Now, I know what people are saying. A lot of small businesses don't have their own website. They don't have places to house their products and all that jazz, but they will have to adjust. Once again, I am an empathetic person, right? But if we want great change to happen, we have to, well, make great changes. If there's a product you really like, please reach out to that entrepreneur directly. And this is for long term. The way we can make a change is economically. Now, I know that Blackness is not a monolith. We're all different. We have different religions, sexual orientations, whatever have you. But we can all agree that we all should support companies who care about us, right? Can we not agree to that? Like, you should support a company that wouldn't hire someone who looks like you. Okay, and I know a lot of people are making the critique that removing DEI is important because now we're looking at things just strictly based on merit. Well, when has a Black person been hired under affirmative action or DEI and they weren't qualified? And they didn't have great grades and they weren't able to do the job. People look at resumes, people call references, people vet people to work for a company, especially if the company or the organization needs a credible person. There's no Black doctor or lawyer who's not qualified. So when you erase DEI or affirmative action, what you're saying is you don't want black people to have jobs. What does that sound like? There is no competition. Black people and people of color are not the majority. They're not. They're not. Even if you put all of the black people in the world, or people of color, against the majority, you know who the majority is. I'm going to be careful with the language I use. They would still be able to be successful. They own all of the businesses. It is a monopoly. So I'm going to ensure that in the description section I include some black owned businesses that I enjoy. One or two of them, or maybe more, are going to be very exclusive to Maryland because that's where I live. But there are ways that we can make a difference. As with that Target example, you see that trying to do something, anything, especially economically, can impact businesses. So, for example, eventually I am going to put a poetry book out called Blackness. It's going to take some time for reasons I will not discuss, but I have made up my mind that I am not going to go through Amazon. I'm going to try to self-publish because I believe in my talent. When you have a great product that can really help people, people will pay for it. When you have the right marketing skills and you're personable, or when you have a product that could really make people's lives better, then you're not going to have a problem being able to sell. Now, you may not make as many sales, as if you were to partner with Amazon or Walmart or Target. However, you have to question where your integrity lies. So I didn't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to do this love letter where it's kind of a love letter, but it's kind of a fight the power type messaging, because we don't just need people to talk, we need people to act. This is also a venting session for me as well. People should vent, people should speak out. If you have a voice, you can make change. The greatest thing that anybody can do is get inside your mind and believe that, or make you believe that you can't be impactful. Imagine if our great leaders in the 60s said, we're not going to fight against segregation. I mean, really, where would we be? And I think that it kind of like saddens me in a way that it took this presidency for people to kind of want to come together. And there are some people who don't want to come together. There are some people who are completely disconnected, disjointed. They don't want to make changes. And I'm talking about in the sense where all skin folk ain't kinfolk. You gotta leave those people behind. I'm sorry. If you're trying to make positive change and you're around people who are saying that's not going to get anything done, or like they're poking all types of holes in things, please block them. Please stop being their friend. Please just get away from the naysayers, please, because if you know, there are informants who could also mess up the cause too. Now, if you're an ally, I appreciate you, but this is my message for Black folk. We have to come together. Oh, also another bit of advice: if you are a well-to-do Black person, you have wealth, you have some money, you see people that are struggling, please help people. If you make a lot of money, please contribute financially to something. And if you don't have a lot of money, just go to town hall meetings or find an organization that aligns with your values and talk to people, express things, get together. There's just anything helps. But I'm especially talking to the more wealthier Black folks. I said under one video critiquing Snoop Dogg for being a sellout for performing at, Trump's inauguration, right? And the thing, and I'll leave things on this note, or maybe this will be one of my final points, if not the final point. Okay. When Black people have a certain amount of wealth or power allotted to them, that's what they become. They become identifiable as that socioeconomic class, or they become that organization. So you have to understand, when some Black people, not all, become wealthy, they protect the wealthy. They don't become Black any longer. They become wealthy. You feel me? Or when some Black people become cops, they identify as a cop. And I believe, I'm stealing this kind of from an essayist that I think I've referenced him in my podcast before, but FD Signifier. I'll go ahead and send a link to his channel in the description. While I may not agree with all of his points, I think he has a lot of depth, insight. He knows a lot about history. So the point is, if you can help somebody. That's all you have to do. This is a time for us to encourage each other. It's not a time to fight each other. It's a time to hug each other. It's a time to call people, see how they're doing. If you are on Facebook, you scroll and you see somebody's depressed or going through something, pray for them, right? If you know there's ways you can help people and they have a need that you can serve, do that. Okay, we need to band together and stay together. I know that it seems that our ancestors, the people that came for us, had a lot more to fight for, but we're still in chains in a lot of ways. We're still discriminated against in a lot of ways, and we need solidarity. And once again, if you're not someone who's going to try to make your community better or change someone's life, even if it's just your friend or family member, if you're someone disconnected, jaded, this ain't for you, okay? and that's all right. So this session ended up being a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I had to vent. But let me close with saying this. I am Black and I'm proud. I am happy to be a Black woman, and I champion and I'm proud of all types of walks of life. I love my people. Not every person in our community is doing the right thing, but I really love my people. I want to see my people win. Whoever you are listening to this, I want to see you win. And, we can get through this dark time together, and all dark times. I think that I don't want to see, this become a trend, these initiatives. I want it, as people are critiquing, to be long lasting, to have a major impact. I think it's easy in these hard times to believe that we are powerless, but we are not. We are not powerless. We are great leaders, or we can be if you aren't yet. We can make great change. We can do a lot, and it has to start internally. You have to believe in yourself. You should believe in your people, and If things that are happening that are wrong and painful and hurtful and just heinous, these things just speak out. But don't let anyone make you think that you didn't work hard for what you have. Fight against that imposter syndrome. Don't make anyone, and I don't care if what race of person this is, anyone in the world. And don't let anybody, it could be your family, your friend, don't let anybody make you believe that you are not worthy, because you are here on earth for a reason. So make it count. And on that note, I'll go ahead and close this session. Once again, this was Slept on Shay. Wait. Before I end this, please comment what Black-owned businesses you support. Comment any organizations you're a part of. Like, please, this is a safe space for us to come together. Any bit of knowledge you have, please share it. If you want to collaborate, please comment below or email speakyoursoulsessions@gmail.com. I hope that this video has a lot of traction. I hope it motivated you. I hope it inspires people. Even if just one person listens to this today, I would be so happy. Even if one person is motivated to make a change from listening to this, I would be so grateful. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world. Remember to like this video, subscribe this video, share, comment, as I said. And I appreciate you. I cherish you.